Hello to all of you amazing web slingers. Welcome to Livin on the Edge, the podcast all about our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. My name is Alec. I am one of your hosts. You can follow me at @_the smart Alec on Twitter.
And I'm Brian. You can follow me at Red L Reviews on Twitter.
And if you want to follow our podcast on Twitter, you can go to @LOTE_podcast. If you want to go to On Comics Ground on Twitter, you can follow @On Comics Ground. And if you want to go to our website, we post daily reviews, news, editorials, and all that jazz. So, Brian, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Good. I'm doing pretty good as well. I finally got done with this show I was working on for the past nearly 4 weeks, and
Jeez.
Yeah. So I am very exhausted, and I'm just glad to be done with it. But yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well.
Hey, that's good. Yeah. I just today actually it just went up. I had an op-ed about DC's Earth 2 series back when New 52 was around.
Oh shit, I didn't see that. I need to read that. Hold on. Let me go retweet that. Because
it's basically just me comparing it to Marvel's and stuff. It's basically what it is.
Someone's vacuuming outside. I don't know who is. They had to choose this time,
That's fine. There's people flying above my head right now.
Hmm.
It sounds basically the same.
I think it's... Okay, it's done now. Okay, let me find it. Hold on one sec. But yeah, no. Things have been going pretty well. I was just telling you earlier about Doctor Who, which I also write reviews for. I write reviews for all new episodes of Doctor Who, so if you want to read those, you can go on oncomicsground.com. Well, that's not the hyperlink. It's there's dashes between On Comics and Ground.
Yeah, you'll find it there somewhere.
Yeah. So you'll find it there. Yeah. So Doctor Who has gotten very, very good. Series 11 was very divisive for some reasonable and very unreasonable reasons. But Series 12 has been a very big improvement overall. Siri just went off of my phone for some reason. I don't know why.
I think it probably.
It's because I said series. So, You gonna play with me again? No? Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a lot to talk about tonight in terms of both news and the main topic. We'll get it started off, as always, with some recent news in comics. So recently we had Amazing Spider-Man number 39, and what issues of Venom did we have recently? I'm sorry.
I know we're in the 20s. I think it's 23 or 4.
Okay. I saw a cover for 27 where it's Venom in an Iron Man suit, and I'm like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, it's a sleeper duct tape Iron Man. It looks cool. I want it.
Jesus. I feel so bad that I've fallen off of Venom, but it's just because I've had so much going on.
Yeah.
But that's why you took it over. You picked up my slack.
Yeah, I took over that series.
Yeah, you made up for my laziness, and I thank you for that. But
no problem.
So
it was number 23. Yeah. I was right.
Okay. So first off, what did you think of Amazing Spider-Man number 39? This is continuing the story with our good old J. Jonah Jameson. You're getting in the way, trying to be helpful, and being all puppy dog sad when Peter yells at him.
Yeah, as I joked about on Twitter, I've said that this is just how we record our episodes.
Oh, honestly. And it's the question is, which one is which? And it's both of us.
Yeah,
we switch. We switch back and forth. But
occasionally one of us hangs from the ceiling for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually am doing that right now. Can you believe it?
Oh, damn it! I didn't know I was Jameson this episode.
Yeah, sorry, you are.
All right, I'll take it.
I'll get down when the blood is done rushing to my head. But yeah.
Okay.
So what did you think of Amazing Spider-Man 39?
It was kind of fun. Like the Jameson and Peter stuff was definitely the highlight. It does kind of feel like a bit of a retread of the Chip Zdarsky Spectacular issue.
Yeah.
That's like my only complaint is it just kind of feels like we've already had this, but
yeah.
But so it was good and more flying villain casino fun, which I'm all about right now.
Yeah.
I want a series solely about that.
It would make. You know who would do that? You know who would make a series about that? Ooh. Sony or DC would. Either Sony or DC would. Sony would dedicate like a movie franchise to that, and that alone.
Well, unlike Morbius, that is one I will actually want to go see.
I mean, I can't blame you.
Like, I want to see MODOK at that fucking poker table more.
I haven't seen MODOK. I want them to do MODOK in the MCU at some point, just because of how ridiculous it would look.
Exactly. But, like, they teased AIM in Iron Man 3 and then just did nothing with it. Like,
yeah.
I guess that was, the Mandarin guy with the extremists.
Aldrich Killian.
Yeah, him.
I remember names for no reason, so it's not like I think... Look, I love Iron Man 3, but I'm not saying Aldrich Killian is like the best villain ever. No. It should have been Rebecca Hall. It was supposed to be, but then Ike Perlmutter came in and was like, no, we can't have women villains. They're not strong enough.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. News just came out today that Kevin Feige told Mark Ruffalo he might have left the MCU if...
Yeah, he might have stepped down if he had to keep up with Perlmutter's bullshit any longer.
Which I can't blame him for.
No, and honestly, every day Perlmutter seems to lose influence at Marvel, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, that's like... I get why some people would be like kind of cautious about Kevin Feige overseeing creative decisions for the comics. But if it means Ike Perlmutter gets less creative control, then it's automatically good, in my opinion.
Same. Like, no amount of negatives can outweigh the positive of that. Because the worst thing that happens is the comics are more like the MCU, but they do that anyway, so there's really no difference.
Exactly. Also, I think Feige respects the comics enough to not just force them to be like the MCU.
Yeah, which I imagine he'll be kind of like that, but occasionally I'm sure there's going to be a thing or two where he enforces a change on the character or whatever, but like, that's every editor-in-chief and shit, so like, who cares?
Yeah, but it's MCU, so it's bad, right?
Exactly.
10,000 retweets, 100 million likes.
Every time.
But yeah, no. I like what's going on here because I love good guy Jameson because they show that his personality is still the same. Like, he's still a megalomaniac, impulsive, asshole, but he's like genuinely trying to do the right thing this time.
Yeah, which, to be fair, he has always tried to do the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just now he's realized he was kind of on the wrong side of it the whole time without knowing.
And it shows that he's kind of justified, because there were times that Peter literally kind of fucked him over.
Oh, 100%, especially in the early days. Peter was a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
Him. Like, the amount of times he's webbed him to a wall or the floor, like, yeah, no, you kind of... Like, I understand, Pete, but you're just asking for him to write even worse shit about you by doing that stuff.
Yeah, like, Jameson was not totally in the wrong about his opinions on Peter.
No, he is totally justified in a lot of it. Because, before he knew Peter was Spider-Man, like, to Jameson, Peter's just some guy in a mask running around doing shit. Like,
yeah. But, like, this is very reminiscent of the Chip Zdarsky stuff and also of lifetime achievement, which was last year, like early last year.
It was the one right before Hunt. Oh,
that was my phone. I just accidentally like lifted it up with my finger and it dropped on my desk. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was before Hunted. Yeah.
All right then.
Sorry. No, I thought you were gonna continue that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't have much else to say other than I was pretty sure it was the one that came right before Kraven started.
Yeah. It was it was right after the Thieves Guild stuff where Felicia and Peter reconciled.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the champions are the one who found everyone's stuff. That made me happy.
Yeah.
They just used Find My Phone while the other heroes are trying to come up with some kind of scientific magic answer, and Kamala's just like, my phone was in my backpack. It's right there.
God bless Kamala Khan.
She is probably the best character Marvel has come up with in over a decade.
I genuinely cannot wait to see her in the MCU.
Same.
I really hope they actually cast a Pakistani Muslim to play the character, because
if they don't, then I'm done with that.
Like if they cast Naomi Scott or some shit, I'm gonna be like, okay, no. No. But like, I think with the Disney Plus shows, like Marvel's not gonna try to appease to China as much.
No, I think Disney Plus shows are where there's gonna be way more creative freedom.
Yeah. Also, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to her series, especially because it's going to come out next year, I think.
The rumor is 2021 is when it comes out.
Which I don't blame them, because it's like Miss Marvel is like their biggest new character right now.
Yeah, so, no, you got to get her out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Moon Knight can wait as much as I want him. He can wait.
Wait until you cast the right person, whether it's Daniel Radcliffe or Andrew Garfield. I want it to be Andrew. Please let it be Andrew Garfield, because that would be amazing. I want him and Tom Holland to reenact their stuff from Web of Shadows. Spoiler for this episode. But yeah.
That would be cool if it was Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Especially if they do a Spider-Verse movie and Spidey Andrew meets Moon Knight Andrew.
Oh no.
That'd be so funny.
Man.
But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 39 is good. It's just kind of the same as stuff we've seen before, and I'm just ready to get to Sin Eater and Kindred. I'm at a point where it's just like, please just bring that on right now. That's all I want right now.
Yeah, no, we honestly, I think Spencer's kind of putting Kindred off as much as possible, because that's his big story, and after that he doesn't really know what to do.
Probably. I feel like
I don't blame him for, but at the same time, like, you got to give people what they want at some point.
Let Peter and Kindred at least meet and duke it out for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Let them meet. Let our hero meet our new main villain just once.
Yeah. My theory on how this run is gonna go. Let me take a sip of water real quick.
Right.
That crisp Food Lion water. Incredible. Anyway, so how I think this run is going to go is that the midway point is going to be we find out who Kindred is. And Kindred is quote unquote defeated for a little bit. And like we both have said, like we have been saying for the past several months, Kindred is probably going to be Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
At least I hope it is, because that's the only answer that makes sense and would be shocking and like actually effective.
It's the only reveal that will be satisfying in any.
Yeah. If it's Uncle Ben, I'll just be like, that also is kind of expected.
If it's Uncle Ben, I'm just gonna be like, holy crap, Uncle Ben's a character now.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna rile up Spider-Man Twitter with that one.
I'm sorry, people. Uncle Ben had 3 pages in Amazing Fantasy 15, and not once did he say anything motivational. He's not a character.
Yeah, he's not a character.
Like, he is as much of a character as like Thomas and Martha Wayne are. They exist to die.
And here's the thing: Thomas and Martha Wayne have something over Uncle Ben because of Flashpoint. So
yeah, I don't like Flashpoint Batman.
I know, but they at least have something over Uncle Ben. Like they at least have those versions.
Uncle Ben does have that one universe where him and Peter both get bit by a spider and get powers. So
and it's very, very boring and
it's not any more boring to me than Punisher Batman.
That's fair enough. But yeah, no. My theory of how this run is going to go, because I don't think Nick Spencer is going to stay on. I'd hope they don't let him have like something as long as like Dan Slott had, because my God.
I don't think any superhero should have a run that goes on as long as Slott's did, because it was over a decade, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was like pretty much 10 years on the mark, I think.
Yeah, which, like, honestly, I feel like everything before Superior with Slott was actually pretty damn good. Like,
yeah, I can
feel.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
Superior is like the tipping point where it's like, that one is either you love it or you hate it, that story in general.
And then after that, it's all just downhill.
Yeah, after that, with like all new, all different and everything, is when it just shits the bed for the rest of the run.
Yeah.
And like I attribute that to, it's clear Slott's like run out of ideas for Spidey by that point, or
just turned him into Iron Man.
Yeah, and then went on to go write Iron Man.
It's funny, people call MCU Spider-Man Iron Man Jr. when the comics did it months and months and months before it happened in the MCU.
Yeah, so, no, he was literally a discount Iron Man for like 2 years.
Oh yeah, but
it was the fucking worst.
Oh yeah, but
and to make it worse, that was when Alex Ross was doing the covers, and it's like you have like one of the best artists in the industry working on one of the worst eras of Spider-Man in recent history.
That suit was cool, though. I like using that suit in Spidey PS4.
Yeah, the suit's fine. I'm mixed on like the glowing logo, but other than that, it's neat.
I like the design of the logo. I think it's nice and unique, and I wish it stuck around.
You know, the logo itself looks awesome. I just don't like the weird glowy center.
Yeah, but so my theory on this run for Nick Spencer is that I think Kindred's identity will be revealed in the halfway point. Then the end of it will be Peter and MJ confronting Mephisto again, but this time they beat him. And it's not that One More Day gets undone, because it would undo a lot of continuity in the past.
Yeah, well, I mean, last time One More Day would have been undone, they didn't or would have happened. No continuity got undone, so like, you know, whatever.
So, I mean, yeah. As long as Peter and MJ retain their memories, then yeah. Because they didn't retain their memories from One More Day, and that's bullshit.
No, MJ did.
Oh, MJ did?
Yeah, no, she totally remembered.
Where?
I guess she forgot, but
did I miss that?
I do remember there was a point in time where MJ totally knew.
What the? Okay, I need to reread some stuff, because
I could be totally misremembering, but I remember that
if she does, that just makes it. If she does remember, then that just makes it so much worse.
It does, but like again, I could be totally misremembering, but I swear there was at least one issue where like MJ remembers the deal.
We'll have to figure that out at another time, because
Jesus. Like I'm sure there's already 12 people yelling at me that no, she doesn't. You're full of shit. This is the worst show ever.
Sorry guys, sorry. We don't know everything.
Yeah, and just like that, next week we got a new co-host. That ain't me. What happened?
We got a new host too, because I don't remember either. But yeah, I think the run might last for like another year or 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, whenever Kindred is like done, I think is when Spencer's like out.
Yeah, And Donny Cates comes in because I want Donny Cates to do Spider-Man because he has an actual plan, and I need that. Okay.
God, the fact that Cates hasn't written Spider-Man yet is annoying. He did do a short story. I remember that.
Yeah, and it was good.
Yeah, it was like Peter's patrol route with like the spider sense and stuff. Like,
yeah, and it was very, 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 very good.
Awesome. I need that in a main Spidey book.
So that's why I hope Donny Cates is the next one after Nick Spencer. But anyway,
speaking of Donny Cates, though.
Oh yeah, that's a good transition. Thank you for that.
Yeah, speaking of Cates, I get to talk about his Venom run.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which has been very good lately. Last issue was number 23. In the end of issue 22, to get away from Carnage, who was like beginning to possess him, Eddie cut off his own hand with like a machete.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And by the end of this issue, it's not reattached or anything, so we may have a one-handed Eddie going forward now.
Every time I think like we're establishing, I love that there's no status quo for Venom, because it's just one constant adrenaline story going on. Like Eddie has not had a break at all since the end of Venom First Host, which takes place before Cates' run. So
he's just been nonstop go for like 3 years now.
I just want Eddie to take a nap. Like, is he okay? I genuinely do not know if he's okay. He probably isn't, but
with the way this issue ended, like he's probably not the worst he's been in a while.
Well, that's at least somewhat alleviating to hear.
Yeah. But while Eddie is trying to run to like this big radio tower on a mountain on the island to like, figure out, to like stop Carnage. We cut back to Dylan and Sleeper, who's in the form of a cat because that's the best.
Yes. I love cats, and that's perfect.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's avocado kitty. It's the best. But we cut back to them, and as it turns out, Dylan still has a piece of Carnage that like survived the end of Absolute Carnage. Like he kept it in a box. Like you remember SpongeBob Patrick's secret box?
Oh my God!
And it is the string. The string is Carnage.
Oh my God!
Like I'm not even kidding.
Oh my God! Why did Dylan keep it? Like, does it say why he kept it, or is that like the cliffhanger? Like,
he.
By the way, I did not read Venom. By the way, because I have been super busy. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Basically, he kept it because he realized he can actually control it. Like, his power is he can control the symbiote. Like, straight up tell it what to do. And
shit.
And the Web of Venom book with like him and Normie, it established that he could do it, and it made it seem like it was making him go crazy, like Carnage was influencing him. But no, it's the other way around.
Shit.
Like Dylan is trying to use Carnage to like connect to Null to like tell him to fuck off, basically.
Oh my God.
And it's really cool. And
Dylan is now one of my favorite. Dylan is now one of my favorite characters. Like
he is great.
He's like Damian Wayne, but actually likable.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it! I miss Super Sons.
Yeah, God. Well, maybe the Superman show will give us that in some form. Maybe.
Yeah, I've read supposedly what's like the leaked script of the pilot, and I loved it. So, like,
like it could easily be the best CW show, and like one of the best,
hands down,
one of the best interpretations of Superman. But by the way, Tyler Hoechlin is a fantastic Superman. Like
100%, he's great. Like the one thing I want to change about him is get him a new suit.
Yeah, and they're gonna give him a new suit apparently. So
good. Like,
Yeah.
give him brighter colors, because
Yeah.
I did not notice how, like, dull his suit was until we got Brandon Routh Kingdom Come.
Oh, yeah.
like how bright
By the way,
blue and red he is.
Give Brandon Routh Superman a TV show. Thank you.
Give him a Superman show or another Superman movie, because God damn it, that man deserves it.
There are legitimate rumors that DC and Warner Brothers are looking into a show for HBO Max for him, which I'm all for.
I do it. Like, for the love of God, do it. I need to see this man be Superman.
Please. But yeah.
Anyway, back to Spider-Man. Anyway, the issue basically ends with Eddie gets to the tower and Carnage like follows him up it, and lightning strikes the tower and separates Venom and Carnage. Eddie passes out, and then Captain America like shows up because like when the jet crashed, it sent out like a distress signal.
Yeah.
And he shows up. He takes Eddie on the jet, on like a new jet, and he's like patched up, but he's still missing his hand. And
is he missing Venom too?
Yeah, they didn't. Cap was like, "I'm not touching those things. I'm leaving them both." And then they nuke the island.
What the?
Yeah, that's how the issue ended. They nuke the island supposedly with Venom and Carnage still on it.
It's like, okay, Cap, then you cannot have Eddie on the event.
Well, look, it was either that or he dies.
True, but
I imagine Cap just lands and he just sees two black and red globs fighting each other, and he just drags the unconscious blonde guy onto his jet.
That's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I gotta catch up on Venom. I will. I promise I will.
It's been good. Like, my only complaint about Venom Island is like we just had a big event of Carnage, and now we're getting even more Carnage.
Yeah, and yeah, we honestly like Absolute Carnage should have been the end for Carnage. So
yeah, honestly, yeah, I think that should be the last Carnage story because he's never going to top that.
Yeah, yeah, that I don't see Carnage really topping that at all. But we got a lot of
sure shit won't be topping it in Venom 2.
That's thank you. You are on fire with segues tonight. That is why
I'm good for something.
That is why you are my co-host, because you can do segues and I cannot. So, Venom 2, Electric Boogaloo. We have
Electros in this one.
Oh god. But we have new looks at Eddie and Cletus. First, let's talk about Eddie, because Cletus is going to be more interesting to talk about. So Eddie, it's just a black and white shot of him in the rain.
It's a Snyder cut.
I
couldn't resist. I couldn't resist that.
We're gonna attract all those people, and we're gonna get bombarded. And
I apologize in advance. I could not resist.
It's okay. It's a very similar filter. So yeah,
it's black and white. So I have to make the joke.
But it just looks the same as Venom 1. I still wish he'd dye his hair blonde. Like,
yeah, but it
doesn't matter that much. But like,
no, the hair color is really unimportant. Like, it's Tom Hardy in like the rain or whatever. Like that's
in a leather jacket.
Yeah, which that's good.
Yeah, it's just how he looked in the lobster scene in Venom 1.
Yeah. Can we please get another one of those in this one?
Apparently he ad-libbed that. Like, that was not in the script at all, and he did that. And I'm like,
not shocked.
Like, I am kind of shocked, because that would be one of the things I expected Sony to concoct.
Well, the reason I'm not shocked is because I thought it was actually funny.
It was, like, funny. Like, a lot of Venom... Like, the problem with Venom, I think, is that they advertised it totally wrong.
Oh, 100%. They advertise it as this like super gritty anti-hero movie when it's like it's basically a buddy cop comedy with alien goo.
Like, I hope Venom 2 is darker, but like if they're not going to do that, at least show that it's not going to be darker.
Yeah, at least advertise it better than the first one.
Overall, with Eddie, it's what you'd expect. But then we get to Cletus. We have 2 pics of him, which are basically the same. But we see what his new wig looks like.
His new hair, which it doesn't look like it's going to fall off if he shakes his head a little. So,
but it still looks like crap. I'm sorry. It does.
It's not great, but I will take it over Ronald McDonald.
At least Ronald McDonald had the hair color right. This one just looks like
else. At least this one, I buy him as a ginger when I look at these.
But like, it just looks like Eddie's hair from the comics. It doesn't really look at that ginger. It doesn't.
It kind of, Now that you said it, God damn it, it does.
Like, I don't like most of the wig is fine except for the weird swoosh in the front. Like, I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, the front is weird.
He looked like the thing that looks so wrong about him is that the costume is not bad.
No, I like the outfit.
The outfit is like goofy and
that is
something Cletus Cassidy. That's something Cletus Cassidy would wear 100%.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
but the problem is
black, yellow Hawaiian shirt. Yeah,
no, the problem is just that Woody Harrelson looks so wrong in it. I'm sorry.
I agree. Woody Harrelson is a miscasting. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Like,
okay, maybe he could prove me wrong in Venom 2. He's directed to be actually, like, very threatening and intimidating. But, like, in the Venom 1 end credits scene with him, I'm just like, he is just chewing up scenery, being Southern hick, serial killer. Like, I'm just, like, I'm watching him like, this isn't really Cletus Cassidy.
Like, as soon as I saw him, was like, oh, hey, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. When I get out of here, and I will, there's gonna be carnage.
Like, he may as well have winked at the camera like 10 times.
Oh, yeah. Like, he even just says that out of nowhere. Like, Eddie doesn't ask him any questions. He's just like, oh, by the way, when I get out of here and I do, there's gonna be carnage. Ooh.
Yeah. And it's like, get ready for the sequel, kids.
Yeah. Like, I remember tweeting, like around the time the movie came out, where it's like, they showed pictures of Eddie's journal, like, is the journal prop used in the movie. They showed stuff of it at, like, New York Comic Con, and it showed pages of his details on Cletus Cassidy, and it was like, born in Brooklyn in New York, lived in New York all his life.
Why the fuck is he Southern?
Yeah, that's exactly what I tweeted. It's like, Eddie's notebook. Cletus was born in Brooklyn and lived there all his life. Cletus in the movie. Yeehaw, there's gonna be carnage.
He's a fucking cowboy.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, I'm just...
whatever. I'm sure, like, in the notebook, they just wrote whatever the fuck. They didn't care.
Like, also, one of my friends also made this, like, really good tweet around when Daredevil Season 3 came out. It was just a picture of Wilson Bethel smiling, and the tweet was, when I get out of here, it's gonna be Bullseye. It's like one of my favorite tweets ever.
But, that's great. That's really great.
I'll send you the tweet if I can find it at some point. But the Hawaiian shirt is most likely the Carnage symbiote in disguise.
Yeah, it's either Carnage or it's just meant to allude to the fact that this guy is Carnage. So, like, this is his color scheme.
The skull necklace is a little too much. I'm gonna say that. That's just like like Joker. That's like Suicide Squad Joker levels of like, look at me, I'm crazy. So
yeah, no, that is exactly Jared Leto Joker.
Yeah.
But all I know is I want a scene where the Hawaiian shirt melts into goo and just turns into Carnage.
That would be beautiful. I would pay for the movie just for that. Like, I'm going to see Venom 2 because I've accepted that these movies are happening. And like nobody in Venom 2 is like morally a bad person. So I will outwardly be excited to see this movie just to see like how bonkers it is. Because like it's gonna be bonkers. Like
it's gonna be something, man. I don't
know. But moving on from that to more Sony stuff. Sony, we got some more Sony news. One of them being that Tom Rothman, the head of Sony Pictures, wants the deal with Sony and Marvel to go on for many, many years, which very much contrasts what they were saying in that period where Spidey was out of the MCU. But
that like 2-3 weeks of I don't know what the hell the deal is over there anymore. I like caring.
The fact that Sony wants the deal to continue makes me a lot more alleviated. It makes me feel like we'll get more solo Spidey films after Spidey 3. So
I think that's a given at this point, because Far From Home made over $1 billion. Sony's gonna want to keep that going as much as possible.
Oh, absolutely. So that's all well and good. Now here's some interesting news. Apparently, a Spider-Woman movie is in development at Sony, and they want Alicia Vikander for Jessica Drew. If you don't know who Alicia Vikander is, she was an Ex Machina, and she played Lara Croft in the recent Tomb Raider movie.
Oh, okay, that's who that was.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
which I could see it, but honestly, I just want Daisy Ridley. I want Daisy Ridley because she needs a job and she would be perfect. I think Jessica Drew is supposed to be British, right? Like,
I've never been clear on.
I think she's supposed to be, but
I can look it up. But I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, but
all I know is it fucking took you guys long enough to give Jessica Drew a movie.
Yeah,
But of course, fucking Morbius gets one first.
But at least Sony's going in somewhat of a right direction now.
Yeah, give the heroes movies.
Yeah. But I hope after this, if that movie is successful, I hope we get a 2099 movie or noir movie or something like that.
Oh, yeah, she's British-American, Jessica Drew.
Yeah, I thought so. Because an early script treatment for Far From Home had Jessica Drew as a character in it. Working
she
for
was
MI6.
Secret agent. Yeah, she was one of the agents.
But I think because of the rights and to save her for a later day,
I think that was the right call.
Yeah, because so much would have gone on in that movie, and we didn't need to introduce another Spider person this early.
Spidey is literally just getting his footing. We don't need to introduce some more Spider people yet.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Disney XD cartoon.
Where we introduce Miles Morales and the Spider-Gwen in literally the first season.
God.
Oh, God. We'll talk about that another day, but
this science is so bad.
I'm down for a Spider-Woman movie if they can pull it off and hire good people to write and direct it.
Same.
Yeah. So the last tidbit of news is that Tom Holland recently had a meeting with Marvel and Sony, and he apparently knows all of the plot for Spider-Man 3 and is and for the future, which to me is alleviating because we haven't had any progress on what the script was. So the fact that it seems like they have a script now.
Yeah, there is ideas being thrown around now.
Yeah, so it seems like they're locked in for what the plot, and maybe they even have a script done. Who knows? Because
I wouldn't be shocked if they at least had a first draft mostly done by now.
Yeah. But I feel like they decided on what the plot of the movie is going to be.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we're getting.
Yeah, which, by the way, some people might be like, this is the movie is being way too rushed. They shouldn't have they should take more time to put the plot together. And it's like, with Spider-Man, with the Spider-Man movies, I think it kind of works because they're more low scale and not like universe breaking like Doctor Strange. So
yeah, no, like Spidey's a street level hero for a reason. Like,
yeah,
most even of his stuff is very grounded.
Even with the plot of this movie being so big, on the
run kind of stories aren't like, oh, we got to do this or the world is gonna explode or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, I gotta run or they're gonna kill me.
I hope that Spidey 3 is much more personal stakes than
I think
the last two.
I definitely think it will be. Like, there are, like, I've been talking with like some of my friends, and a lot of us are like, there are very easy ways they could just pull Peter out of this, but for the movie to actually have a plot, they can't just do that. I think they know that too, and that they're going to have the movie be like Peter on the run, on his own, with very high personal stakes.
Which I really hope we get that, and I do hope that his identity is, reset somehow.
Yeah.
Like, he's off the hook of being Spider-Man, because like half of the appeal is people getting close to finding out, if not finding out, his identity.
Yeah. I don't think that... I think they understand that Peter having a secret identity is what makes him so special compared to other heroes.
Yeah, because 90% of Marvel characters are public, basically.
They didn't used to be, but in recent years they became that way.
Yeah, like Iron Man for a while, it was, I'm Tony Stark's bodyguard. But future writers were like, this is dumb. Why doesn't he just come out as Iron Man?
Because it's like the two are so, like, they're completely the same. Like, Steve Rogers and Captain America are the same. So
there was no reason to give him. There's no reason to give him a secret identity. Same for Thor. Like, Donald Blake was Thor's whole deal with Donald Blake is super complicated when you actually try to look into it. Like, Donald Blake may have actually been a real person that Thor
possesses or something.
Yeah, or it's like Captain Marvel, where like, or something where like they switch places, or it's super unclear. And I'm just glad that Marvel is like, fuck it, Thor is Thor all the time.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. But I'm hoping that by the end of the movie he gets his identity back, but Spider-Man isn't completely off the hook, because some people could still see him as a dangerous vigilante, but we'll see.
I want Spidey to still be like kind of wanted. Yeah,
because it is essentially an origin of why the public comes to be split on Spider-Man, which I like, because initially it'd be like, why would the public be split when they've seen Spider-Man literally stop crime and team up with the Avengers? When, like, why would we single out Spider-Man when
like the second Spidey's chilling with like Iron Man and everything, it's like, oh, okay, Spider-Man's cool then.
But then, like, the end of Far From Home is like, oh, this is how the public comes to see him as different from the rest of
it's like,
heroes.
Oh, he's been like using Iron Man this whole time to get close to him and take his stuff.
Yeah. So hopefully Spidey 3 will be very good and have a really good story. But that is it for news, I think. That was a lot to cover, so we're very sorry about that.
Yeah,
a lot happened these past 2 weeks. Like, honestly, a lot happened.
Yeah, no, it's surprising.
So, this is a topic we've wanted to talk about for a long time. Wait, did you say yes?
No, I went yee.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm excited.
Again, another belch to christen this episode from yours truly. Web of Shadows. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Probably the most underrated Spider-Man game out there, I'd say.
I would say that and Edge of Time for me personally.
Edge of Time has a really good story, Gameplay wise, it is a chore to play.
I don't disagree.
But we'll get to that another day.
But yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, the first two Beanox games, in my opinion, are kind of chores to play because it's just
Shattered Dimensions.
I like Shattered Dimensions, but it is kind of a chore to play, in my opinion. But it's okay.
I agree with the noir missions; those are the worst.
And the amazing missions. The amazing missions are a chore to play because there's nothing special about them.
That I can agree. There's not much going for them.
Hold on one sec. I gotta get some water because I drank the rest of mine. So, Web of Shadows. It released in October of 2008. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like a year after Spidey 3. So
yeah, like a little over a year, pretty much.
So it makes sense that they'd make a game around Venom and the symbiote.
Yeah. So honestly, there's not much about the development of Web of Shadows that's very remarkable, except for the fact that Shaba Games had to make it in 17 months.
Oh, jeez.
Pretty much as soon as Spider-Man 3 came out is when it probably started. Literally probably. As soon as Spider-Man 3 came out, because that was May 2007. The game came out in October 2008, so that's 15 months. So.
Oh wow! Yeah, no.
Oh no, that's 17 months. I mean, that's
yeah.
Because 12 plus 5 is 17. That's quick maths, as Roadman Shaq would say, or Big Shaq, whatever. Man's not hot. Anyway. So
that's a very rushed development.
Oh yeah, and that makes the fact that the game was good as it is makes it even more surprising.
That is surprising. I did not know they only had like less than a year and a half.
Yeah, I was watching video essays on Web of Shadows recently, so that's why I know that.
Okay. You did research.
I did research, quote unquote.
You watched other people's research, which is just research.
So I can claim it as researching. Boom, boom, boom. Plagiarism. It's very clear that I think this is the first game that wasn't made by Treyarch, because Treyarch did Neversoft did the first two 2000 games.
Yeah, they did the PlayStation 1 games.
Then Treyarch got the rights and then did the movie games, and they did Ultimate Spider-Man, then they did Spider-Man 3, but their Vicarious Visions is the one that did like the secondary Spider-Man 3 version, which was on PS2 and Wii and PSP, if you remember that one. But like this is basically
rest in peace, PSP.
Yeah. I don't think Treyarch did Friend or Foe. It was like this other weird company.
I can look that one up.
Yeah, Friend or Foe was interesting. We'll have to talk about that one day.
Yeah. I just remember me and my cousins had a fun time with that one.
Yeah, I had a fun time with Friend or Foe, even though it's not really a good game.
It's just beat 'em up.
But Spider-Man Web of Shadows. If somehow you don't know what this game is, it is. Were you going to say something?
It was actually Beanox did Friend or Foe.
They did?
Yeah, came out October 2nd, 2007. The developers were Beanox, Next Level Games, and Behavior Interactive.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess Beanox had their hands in the pot for. Wait, now that I think Beanox also did like the PC port for Ultimate Spider-Man.
Maybe.
I'll have to look into that later. But okay, we got to talk about Web of Shadows. So if you don't know what Web of Shadows is, it's basically a spiritual successor to Spider-Man 3, I'd say. Kinda.
Every way.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd like to think of it as the real Spider-Man 3 game.
Yes.
But so Web of Shadows is basically, what if we did Prototype but Spider-Man? Except we're actually the ones who did it first, and Prototype stole from us. Prototype
When did Infamous come out?
Infamous came out in 2009.
Okay, then that's still after. Okay, so this is the first then.
Yeah, Prototype and Infamous definitely ripped off this game, and I will talk about it till Kingdom Come. Let me double check, actually.
Oh man, I love that comic.
Well, I was like, what are they? Oh, Kingdom Come.
Yeah,
no.
Best DC book.
Infamous. Let me check. Yeah, it was 2009. Okay, so that and Prototype ripped off Web of Shadows. Prototype is literally the same structure. Like, you have the prelude where it's like near the end of the game.
Yeah.
But Prototype is still good, don't get me wrong, but it's literally the same story. It's literally that.
Yeah, just replace symbiotes with virus.
With the alien virus thingy, the blacklight virus, whatever it's called.
I don't know if that thing ever got an explanation.
Yeah, I played Prototype 2 years ago, and I don't remember what happened in that plot, except Alex Mercer was just eating for some reason. And that's it.
Yeah, I think it's because, like, the virus, like, replaced him.
I think it was, like, the end of the first game where he became something else. Like, he's a living virus, but he is something different from the virus and humans. But then the sequel's just like, oh, he's evil. But that's another discussion for another day, because Prototype is very interesting. But anyway, Web of Shadows is basically think Prototype, but Spider-Man. Venom comes back, tries to fuck up Spidey's life, and in a fight, Spidey gets the black suit from Venom because the symbiote's somehow evolving to where it can, like, copy itself multiple times. So throughout the game, you can play in red suit and black suit, and you go through,
and you switch between the two with the press of the thumbstick,
which is so satisfying, especially in combat. Like,
oh yeah, no, it's great. Like, I love the different, like, transformation effects where, like, you turn from red to black and you see the symbiote, like, growing and enveloping you.
And then when you turn from black to red, it just, like, dusts away.
Yeah, like that. I love that. That's really cool.
So, the first act essentially has you. I'm just doing a quick play-by-play. So, spoilers inbound, because this is a 12-year-old game.
I was about to say an over a decade-old game.
Yeah, but the first act has you with Luke Cage trying to stop these two gangs from fighting each other. After you resolve that, you go after Kingpin, where you team up with either Black Cat or Moon Knight. Then, because Kingpin's up to his old shit again and is using mechs and stuff.
Like Goblin technology.
Yeah, which is being made by Vulture.
I don't think that they ever explained, like, why Vulture's making Goblin tech.
I think it's just because Kingpin's paying him.
Not even just that, but, like, why Goblin tech and not more Vultures?
Yeah, okay. That's true. Especially because of the Vulturelings later on in the game.
Yeah, like that's like my one thing is, like, it's cool, but, like, they're awesome, like, mooks and shit, but, like, why not just give them wings and not gliders?
Yeah. So, you take down Vulture and you think you've beaten Kingpin, but then, like, people start acting out and acting really strange and animalistic and like zombies, kind of.
Yeah, so you're just, like, standing on a roof and suddenly people are surrounding you, like, flailing around and going nuts.
And chuck them off the roof and then the police shoot you.
You literally throw, like, 3 people off the roof and the cops are like, Spidey, what the fuck?
And Peter and Spidey doesn't even explain to them. He doesn't even stop to, like, subdue them while talking to them. He's just talking to them. I mean, like, wait, you don't understand. And then throws a person off and he's like,
it's some, like, poor woman in, like, a pantsuit. He just throws her off the side of the building.
That's the funniest thing about... That's the second funniest thing next to when Felicia kisses you with your mask.
I forgot about that.
We'll talk about that later, but basically, that's going on. You're seeing people acting weird. You meet up with Wolverine. You fight him for a bit. He gives you some Spider-Man trivia, which if you're a real fan, according to Spider-Man Twitter, you should automatically win. So
a real fan trademark.
Oh god! But so you and Wolverine like try to figure out what's going on. You figure out Venom is behind this, and he's making symbiotes. He's infecting people with symbiotes. So you fight him. You end up fighting Electro, and he gets infected with a symbiote. And then you go to break out the Tinkerer to try to. Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, and he looks fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, like even in his normal design, he looks great. Like I'd love that suit for a movie.
Same. I like that he still has like the lightning starfish mask, but it's all like burnt up.
Yeah, it looks cool actually.
Yeah. Like I want that in a movie.
Yeah. Honestly, just make it be like he thought it looked cool. Don't have some weird scientific explanation for why he needs the starfish. Just say he thought it would look cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need.
I just want more of that.
Yeah, like I understand why people tend to go more for like the ultimate Electro look, where he's just Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah,
but I want the green suit with the yellow lightning starfish mask.
Yeah, we need that. But so
Look,
after
if we can get Mysterio's bubble to work, we can do anything.
Oh, 100%. But
all right, back to the game.
Yeah, back to the game. So you deduce that you need to stop the symbiotes. Shield is getting involved. They're closing off the city. You break the Tinkerer out of prison. Then Shield blows up the bridges, and then New York becomes a hellscape.
Yeah, it becomes no man's land.
It's an apocalypse. Like it's literally like a zombie apocalypse in New York, but with symbiotes, and it is beautiful. It is so.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
It's cool and haunting and dreary. And you get so much anxiety going out to the city, especially when you played in the city for like the first half of the game when it's full of life.
Yeah, and then as you swing through the city, it's just nothing but like symbiote zombies stumbling around and like black tendrils and webbing all along the buildings and shit.
Oh yeah. So what I would do when playing it is that like whenever I'd like swing through one of the tendrils, I'd press the suit change button to change it to the black suit, where it's like passing through it is like you're being covered by the symbiote. That's what I usually do.
That's fun.
Yeah. But so pretty much the rest of the game is basically just trying to save people, fight off the horde of symbiotes, fighting altered versions of Electro,
Wolverine,
Black Cat, and
Vulture.
And only Electro and Vulture have like their own versions of symbiotes for some reason, and I don't know why, but
it doesn't? Oh yeah, no, Wolverine doesn't get any.
Yeah, Wolverine and Black Cat don't have any special symbiotes like them.
I wouldn't be shocked if they were, but they got cut because
they 100%.
had 17 months to make the fucking game.
There was a lot of stuff cut from the game apparently that couldn't make it.
I wouldn't be shocked if there was a Green Goblin thing that got cut to explain why Vulture's making Goblin tech.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, so you go through all this pain and turmoil and isolation and loneliness.
And angst. So much angst.
The Moonlight Sonata cutscene at the beginning has become a meme on Twitter, and it's my favorite thing ever.
I love it so much.
My favorite thing is when people put like the Tokyo Ghoul openings. That's my favorite thing ever. Because I love that. I legitimately love that song, and I like that series, so it's just funny. So all that happens, then the time is finally set to set off the bomb. You fight Vulture, and then you choose between red and black. You would usually choose red unless you're an asshole.
Like me.
Oh god. But so basically whatever happens, what's done is done, and then you fight Venomzilla on the helicarrier, and Venomzilla is so scary. And that image of Spider-Man standing against the giant Venom is like one of the best shots of Spider-Man stuff ever. It's my favorite.
Yeah, like it's just slowly rising as you see like all the like 5 heads like come up, and it's just
and shows how Peter is like the bright light standing alone against the darkness, and he's determined to win. And that's like
unless you're in the black suit, then he just looks the same as Venom.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So you end up defeating Venom, and then the symbiotes are either gone or you become a ruler of them, which we'll talk about later. But so that's basically the gist of the game. But so Brian,
yep.
Let me wait to burp.
Oh boy.
Okay. Tell me what you thought of Web of Shadows when you initially played it.
Oh, I loved it as a kid. Like it was just so cool to have a Spidey game where I get to play as the black suit because I was a little kid and Venom was the coolest thing to ever exist to me back then.
I was scared of Venom until 2005. I remember specifically. I was scared of Venom until 2005, and then after I wasn't scared of him anymore, he became my favorite. And like Web of Shadows, I just ate up. And Spider-Man 3 too.
Yeah. Oh man, Spider-Man 3 made me like disappointed in life.
I loved it at the time, and I still kind of do. But like the way Venom was done was, ew. But no, like
15 minutes of screen time. Let's go.
I actually didn't think Topher Grace was a bad choice for Eddie Brock, in my opinion.
He wasn't the worst, but there's better.
Yeah, but I think he did a good job with what he.
Yeah, like my problem is I can't take Topher Grace seriously as a villain. Like I just can't.
I can if he's playing a creepy serial killer type villain, like in the Predators movie.
Honestly, he wasn't bad in that one, but it's me personally. Like I just can't help but think of the '70s show.
You can't help but think of Eric Foreman.
Yeah, like I can't get that out of my head.
Just expect Jameson to say he'll put his foot up Eddie's ass in Spider-Man 3.
Exactly. I am so mad that he didn't do that.
They should have done that, but like, I think this is like right after Topher Grace left that '70s show because he was cast in Spider-Man 3. So
he wanted to get away from that.
Yeah, which I can't blame him. As an actor, you don't want to be put in a box. So.
Oh yeah, no. Unless you're The Rock, then you want to be in that box forever.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone puts you in that box, and it's where you thrive.
You just play The Rock in every single movie with the same shirt.
I was about to say there was that one Twitter, like there's a meme or whatever on Twitter of like, you want to talk about range? Let's talk about. I'll insert actor here, and they put Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and it's 4 images from completely different movies, and they all look exactly the same.
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh god, but no
offense to The Rock, he's great.
Oh, we love The Rock. I love The Rock. Like legit
awesome.
As an actor and just as a person, I love The Rock.
Yeah, but, he's great. I just like to poke fun a bit.
Yeah, but like when I was a kid, I at first could not play Web of Shadows because I didn't have a next-gen console, and I didn't know that the only version of shitty side-scroller one, which I never played, by the way.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It was on the PS2 and PSP. Like, that was the version on those. Is that it was just this weird side-scroller one, which is like, how could you make a game about symbiote apocalypse a side-scroller? But anyway, which is even more mind-boggling because the way I eventually played it is that for that Christmas in 2008, I got me and my sister got a Wii, and the Wii version was the same as the Xbox, PS3, and PC game, except it was just kind of worse graphics. Which I'm just like, why didn't they just put this on the PS2 then?
I don't know. Like I imagine they wanted to, but again, time. Like,
yeah, or just because like maybe the Wii didn't have the best graphics processor, but it could run the engine or something.
It could probably just run the game better.
But yeah, I played the Wii version before the Xbox or PS3 version, which it's basically the same game except the Wii version has less graphics quality and also It has unlockable suits, which I love, and I'm mad.
Really?
Yeah, it has like Captain Universe, Spider Armor. It even has Spider Carnage, which is a suit for the black suit.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool, and I was mad that it wasn't when I finally played the version for Xbox. I was like, where are the suits? Because on the Xbox version and PS3 and PC version, you have the ability to call in allies for help, and I'm like, that's not as cool because you barely notice them.
Yeah, I only really use them towards like the end game where like, okay, there's a lot of people here. I need some help.
Yeah, during the escort them out mission, that one is
yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, I need help.
Yeah, but yeah. So I love the game, and I still do to this day, just because of how different of an experience it was, and like how cool of a take on Spider-Man it was.
Yeah. I just wish his voice wasn't so grating.
I'm the one person who will defend that voice actor because I didn't hate it. When he wasn't being like high-pitched and squeaky, he actually sounded like an interesting Peter Parker, to be honest, in my opinion.
He sounds good in some scenes, others he's just, I hate him.
Like, when he's narrating, I think he's good.
Yes. When he's talking to people, I'm like, I hate you. I want you to shut up.
I understand that. Maybe it's just my nostalgia, but I never saw anything wrong with it, except that he just sounded different from other voice actors. But that's just me.
Yeah. I think my problem is a lot of scenes he sounds like a teenager when this is clearly like adult Spidey.
Yeah, that I think that's a valid argument.
Like I was kind of, when Ultimate Spider-Man, I was kind of annoyed with his voice in that game, but I could get over it because he's still a kid in that one.
But Sean Marquette is great.
Oh yeah, no, I've grown on it since then. Don't worry, I've grown on it since then.
Okay.
But yeah, as a kid, I was way too used to like the '90s cartoon with Christopher Daniel Barnes,
where he sounded like very mature.
Yes, where he sounds like an adult. Like he has become my default Spidey voice whenever I read comics.
Christopher Daniel Barnes.
Yeah, like I love Josh Keaton to death, but like Chris is like my default.
Yeah, whenever I read Ultimate Spider-Man, I hear Sean Marquette 100%.
Same.
I so desperately wanted the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon to have him be the voice of Peter Parker, and
that would have been great.
I would have loved, because he is so. Okay, that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Or if you want to listen to our Ultimate Spider-Man podcast, which is Brian's first episode on here, you can go back and listen to that. But anyway, no, I think like the rest of the voice acting in the game is very good.
No, everyone else sounds great.
Venom is great. I love his voice.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like, it's my second favorite Venom voice behind Ultimate Spider-Man's.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite is Venom from the PS1 game, just because
that's also really good.
So goofy, and it's done by the voice actor for Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents.
It is. That's right. That guy's awesome. I love him.
I love that Venom. His lines are so memorable. Like, I would let you say hello to your wifey Pooh, but she's in the bath right now. I love him, especially Surf the Web.
Yeah, surf the web.
Oh god. But yeah, no. So no, I think all the voice acting in this game is great. I don't think there's any voice that's bad. Spider-Man is debatable, but
yeah, Spidey is like hit or miss depending on how you feel about it.
I guess
everyone else sounds like.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's okay. I set you up. It's okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, everyone else is like, there's really no voice in this game I can say I did.
The models and animations are a lot better than Spider-Man 3. That's what I'll say.
Nothing will ever top the bomb in the beginning of Spider-Man 3. You just fall flat on your face.
Help, please, someone.
Yeah,
I'm going to die. Well, that's a classic. Or Jay Jonah like raising his arms and being like, "Giant lizard."
Yeah, like his fucking like neck snaps as he's like pointing at Peter.
He looks like every one of them looks like a Gmod animation. It's so funny.
They straight up do, and I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think for the most part the voice acting is very good and the animations are very good. The graphics are honestly really good, except that it stutters sometimes when playing.
Yeah, there is a bit of like frame rate issues every once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes the game just has to sneeze a bit before continuing, and
yeah, like it usually happens whenever there's a lot of like enemies on the screen at once, and especially whenever there's explosions.
You know when that also happened recently? Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh man,
I love that game. It's a great game.
It's awesome, but man, it got glitches.
Yeah, I hope those get patched one day, like for real. Also, Jedi Fallen Order is getting a sequel, and I'm very excited.
Yep, same. I'm very happy.
Hopefully, they can improve on everything, and EA make them rush it out as fast as they did for the first one. But But anyway, so the voice acting is very good. The animations are good. The graphics are good for the most part. The web swinging I really like. The traversal is like the best, right? Only topped by Spidey PS4, in my opinion.
I have to agree.
Like Spider-Man 2's was good for the time, but it's aged poorly, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's just you can clearly tell this is like when they first really started to figure it out.
Yeah, it's very not sticky, but it's very I don't know what the word is to describe it. It's very janky.
Yes.
Ultimate Spider-Man definitely improved on it. It was a lot more fluid.
Yes.
But sometimes it was still a little janky. But in Web of Shadows, you could literally like slide on walls, run up walls.
It was great.
Yeah, the traversal is very, very good in Web of Shadows, and the web swinging is very satisfying.
Yeah.
The combat.
You brought up the going on walls thing, and I just wanted to say that, and you actually like have reasons to like crawl on walls in this game.
Oh yeah.
PS4, where it's just kind of something you can do.
Yeah, the wall crawling needs to be fixed for Spidey PS5, like 100%. It needs to be fixed.
Like it needs to be fixed, and like I need a reason to do it, other than just running up the wall, which is so much faster and easier. It's like, yeah.
But the combat is really cool in my opinion, even though it's very over exaggerated. And
with fucking Spidey's fucking
Hadoukens.
His Hadoukens and his fucking like JoJo aura punches lightning fast.
Yeah, they're cool and I love doing them, but it is very over exaggerated.
Too much for Spidey. It's too much.
It makes sense for the black suit's moves, which
yes.
By the way, the whole game is about how Peter is being drawn to the black suit again, and he's trying to resist against it. And that translates so well to the gameplay, because you're like, oh, I want to use the black suit because it makes everything so much easier and you feel so much more powerful, but you also cause a lot more destruction in the process.
Yep.
That is like genius game design. I don't care what anybody says. It's like,
no, I agree. That is a really good mechanic for like, you want to play good, but the bad side has all the cool shit.
And the more you use it, the more people get hurt. The more cars you blow up and the more property you destroy.
Yeah, even early game, it is really easy to cause a lot of collateral damage with the black suit during a fight than it is with the red one. And an added thing is like with the black suit, you can pick up cars and throw them like bombs. So like that'll get you a lot of points if you just throw that into traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, like also before we get into like the choice system and the red versus black suit notoriety thing.
I thought you were going to say red versus blue for a second there.
I've never watched Red versus Blue. I don't know why.
It's fun.
It's Rooster Teeth made it, right?
Yeah, that is what made Rooster Teeth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should watch it at some point, but
it's fun.
So before we get into all that, the web strike.
That is like this game's biggest addition.
The best mechanic ever brought to a Spider-Man game.
100%, it's the best one.
Like, it's like I honestly don't think it's been ever done as good as it has been here. Like, even in Spidey PS4, even though Spidey PS4 is like the second best, I'd say, for it, it's not as good.
No, like, it's more useful for like getting you to the enemy than it is for like actually hurting them.
Yeah, but like the web strike in this game, first of all, it has a great in the way the camera moves and follows you with it.
Yeah.
With how there's slow motion when you fire the web and then you pull yourself, and also the sound effect, which is the same one whenever there's like enemies, and when you use your spider sense. Yeah, you know that one, the like boom thing. Yeah, I love that. Also, like, it's just so awesome to use, especially when you're traveling from enemy to enemy.
Yeah, like the game encourages you to use that as much as possible.
Like when I first go out to face the symbiotes, and you have like the little white symbiotes there. I always just use the regular web strike to just travel between them because it's just so much fun.
Yeah, and it kills them in one hit.
I know everybody's memed on this line. Stupid to say, but it makes you feel like Spider-Man.
It really does. Like, you
feel really cool using the web strike. Not only the standard one, but like the additional versions of it. Where it's like
the black suit one's my favorite because like you just ride people like a skateboard.
Yeah, I love the red suit ones because like when you like and press the square button and you have them like ready to punch multiple times, you can press like square, triangle, circle, or X, and you can do like different ways to punch them until you like just crush them to the ground.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's my favorite. But it's weird with the black suit one because I thought the way the black suit works, where it's like you surfboard on them, I thought that's like how you separate people from the symbiotes. Because there's there's sometimes in the game where you can literally separate people from the symbiotes, which is cool, by the way.
If you attack them in like a certain way, there is a chance that the symbiote will like explode off of them, and you have enough time to like destroy it and then save them. And
it's just like it's just a crawling glob, and it's so funny, but it's so cool.
For some reason they're all black, even though when they form on people, they're different colors.
Yeah.
But that's just limitations. I don't care. I'm just poking fun.
Yeah. But I never figured out how exactly that works.
Even like I tried it, and occasionally I can get it to work. Other times it's like no, and I get confused and I just get leave it alone.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. When it happens, it's, but most of the time I just find myself trying and failing to do it. But, excuse me. So, the web strike is very cool. The boss fights, I think, are very good. They're very well paced.
Yeah.
The Electro fight, the first Electro fight, amazing. It is fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's like it's a boss fight and a chase mission in one. And when you get both of those down right in a Spider-Man game, you're good.
I think like this game like made really good use of the open world in terms of the boss fights. in my opinion.
100%. Electro is the biggest case of it because you're chasing him throughout the whole city and then fighting him in certain places like the train station or the construction site.
Yeah, it's like Electro, Black Cat, the second Venom fight. Those are all basically across the city, which I really like. So, yeah, that's that. So the choice system, I can barely call it. Well, I can't say I can barely call it one because there are 4 endings based on what you do in the game. So I don't know.
It is a choice system at the end of the day. It's just whether or not like you use it the way you should or whatever.
Yeah. There are 4 there are specific story points where you can choose to be Spider-Man or be an asshole. So to be Spider-Man is the red suit, and to be an asshole is used a black suit. So the first one is when you fight Luke Cage. Not fight Luke Cage, I mean when you are trying to get the gangs to agree. If you choose red, you convince them to stop fighting, and then they agree to help you out whenever you need them. Which I think is good because it goes to show that like gangs are a lot more complex than just we're criminals. We go
it's
bad things.
You helped us out, we'll help you out.
Yeah, like I feel like this game had a very good sense of what New York was and what the people within it are like. So I like the fact that it wasn't like, oh, just beat up the bad guys and throw them in jail.
That's the black suit run.
Yeah, that's the black suit choice, which also like gets Luke Cage's character down very well because he's all about like beating sense into them but helping them.
Yeah, like if you fuck up enough time, Luke Cage will set you straight, but he's not like a jerk about it.
Yeah, the black suit choice, you just let the gangs.
You let the gangs kill each other and join in on the fun.
Yeah, and Luke Cage gets pissed off at you.
Yeah, he's like, "What the hell?" Especially like after you tell him, like that someone set the gangs up to fight each other.
Which we never see that, by the way.
We never actually. Yeah.
So who knows? But that's the first choice. Then the second one is with Black Cat. You either choose to be, a good husband and be loyal to MJ, or cheat on her with Black Cat.
And kiss her through through your mask.
Yeah. Which, like, a lot of people I know chose Black Cat. I couldn't because I just felt so wrong about it. And I had to stay loyal to MJ because I loved MJ when I was a child. Someone pointed this out. I think it was like one of the video essayists I watch about like talking about Web of Shadows. But like it's kind of weird to associate Black Cat with your evil choices because Felicia is not evil.
No, she's more just. She's not bad. She just does bad things sometimes.
Yeah. If she knew that you were under the influence of the black suit, she wouldn't like be willing to let you cheat on your wife with her. So that's
back in the 80s, she was totally all for letting having Pete cheat on MJ with her or something, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Like early Black Cat was all for it. Like
yeah. Oh shit. So we found out what Project Luminous was.
Oh shit, that came out now?
Yeah, it's a book about the High Republic.
Oh.
Well, the whole project is focusing on the High. So
no,
it's
I
like
understand.
A series of things.
I was just like, I was expecting like a game.
Charles Soule is writing the book, so.
Oh, okay, well then it's gonna be good.
Yeah. There's a Wookiee as a Jedi with a crossguard lightsaber on the cover, so that's pretty neat.
Wookiee Jedi, you got me. You sold.
Yeah,
I'm in.
So, I mean, the next movie is apparently about the High Republic, so
yeah, which is like a new thing that they've. introduced.
Yeah, which is a pretty unexplored time period, so it would be nice to see more of that.
Even like the old EU, which explored every fucking nook and cranny of Star Wars, never touched that era.
Yeah, so it would be very interesting to see that. But back on topic.
Yeah. Sorry, people. We're recording this like Monday night, so this just got announced.
Project Luminous was like teased for the last month, so I just saw that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, Felicia was a bad influence, definitely, but like I think by 2008 people knew that she wasn't really like she shouldn't be connotated with bad. It's
she's complicated.
This is okay. I got it. This is more so later on with that one choice in the game, which we'll talk about in a bit, but that's one of the choices. After that, it's Vulture, I think, which is pretty inconsequential because both choices you web him up to a sign, and if you choose red, you just make fun of him, and if you choose black, you just say, "Hey, I'll beat you up if you try this again." Which
I think they try to imply that like red is you hang him up out in public where like the cops will find him. Black is you web him up somewhere where they don't find him, and tell him like, if I ever need your help, you're gonna show up or I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, that makes more sense than what I was thinking.
Yeah,
because it's weird. It's weird.
Oh yeah, no, it's weird either way, especially because either choice you make, Vulture still shows up later on in the game like nothing happened.
Yeah, so the next choice after that, I think, is when you choose between either Vulture or Moon Knight. I think that's it.
No, I think it's Wolverine stuff.
No, Wolverine is just when you're Spider-Man, I think. Like, I don't think there's a choice at the end of that boss battle.
Well, it's not so much a choice, more like the questions are the choice. Like,
okay, that makes sense.
You get them right, you get red points. You get them wrong, you get black.
Yeah, the questions are like, what are your parents' names? Who declined joining the new Avengers? Whose killers did we track down in Berlin? And who served us roast and pie? So, like, the first one is Richard and Mary, obviously. Amazing Spider-Man taught you that, probably.
Oh yeah, no, they crammed that shit down your throat.
Yeah.
And then did nothing with it.
Yeah. Oh boy. If you want to hear our thoughts on that, go to episode 10, where we do a double feature talking about both Amazing Spider-Man movies with those movies. with Godzilla Mendoza. So if you want to check that out, go check that out. But anyway,
hey, I'm in the Twitch feed because that was back when they did live streams and that wasn't on the show yet.
Yeah, that was like the first time I think you were in the live stream, and that's how you were born.
Yeah, exactly. Here. I did not exist before that day.
Yeah, you didn't exist to us until you stroked our egos.
Didn't exist.
In general. Oh god. But anyway, so it's Richard and Mary Parker, Daredevil declined joining the new Avengers. Yep. They tracked down Ned Leeds' killers in Berlin, and Aunt May served them roast and pie. So yeah, by the end, he essentially believes you that you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, either way, he believes you're Spider-Man. It's just when you answer them wrong, he's just kind of a jerk about it. Yeah.
So that's that, and then the next one is choosing between Vulture and this is after the Electro boss fight.
Yes,
and you're trying to break.
The symbiotes are invading,
and you have to break out Tinkerer to try to get him to help build a bomb to destroy the symbiote. So, so you choose either Vulture or Moon Knight, and that is very inconsequential.
It's just whichever one gives you a ride.
Yeah, and then the next choice is like immediately after with Rhino, because in this mission you go to Rikers, use Rhino to break through everything and get you through to Tinkerer. And if you choose red, you trick him into thinking he can escape by letting him go out and get himself captured. If you choose black, you release him.
You just push the elevator button and he gets out.
Yeah. Then after that, I think the one after that is Electro.
Yes, during the second fight, I think is the next one.
Yeah, where you beat him up. If you do red, you just encourage him to fight the symbiote.
Yeah, you're just cheering him on, like, come on, Max, you got it, buddy.
Give it all you got. And then he just seemingly dies.
Then he either dies or like falls unconscious or whatever.
And then if you choose black, you literally like beat the snot out of him until he gets out of the symbiote, and you encourage him to fight against the symbiotes, which seems like the better choice, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's the right one, because you save his life and he destroys the symbiote that possessed him. So like,
and you get him on your side.
Yeah, it's win-win.
So that's a strange choice. So what's the next one? Is the next one the Wolverine one, or is there between? I can't remember.
I think next is Wolverine, and then after that is Black Cat.
Yeah, this is much later in the game, by the way. This is like a lot.
Yeah, this is the second or the last like third of the game.
Yeah, like so when you're with Wolverine, you're at a church. Which, by the way, I love this level. I love the tone of this level. And I love the title, Time to Pray, with the E instead of the A. I love that level.
That is genius. Like
anything with like Spider-Man, bell towers, and symbiotes is like, ugh.
Gold.
It's very gothic.
Spider-Man 3. Like.
Yeah. But it's very gothic and atmospheric, and I love the lighting in it. I love the red sky and like the decimated New York. I love it.
It's great.
It's a very unique look, and I love it. But so you and Wolverine try to fight off Shield, save civilians.
Yeah, and you can use the bell to stun the symbiotes. But if you have the black suit on and you try it, you stun yourself as well.
Yeah, which is a great mechanic, by the way.
Yeah, no, that is great.
So once you get the people on, Wolverine tries to stop the symbiotes, which are like trying to stop the
aircraft.
The aircraft thing. And then like 3 big symbiote brawler bruiser guys fall on top of Wolverine. And these are like guys that look like giant versions of Carnage or like a gorilla symbiote.
Yeah, they're like Hulk Carnages.
Yeah. So then like they all fall on the ground, and then Spider-Man lands on the ground, and you just see this statue of like an angel. Then it gets cut through. And then you and Spider-Man are both like, oh no. Then Wolverine's like, finally, I'm the biggest guy in the bar. And that's my favorite line. Because Logan's like, finally, I'm tall. Yeah. Finally, I'm taller than Spider-Man.
I'm tall. This is what it feels like.
This is why I love that this is like not just a Spider-Man game, but a Marvel game too.
Yeah. Like, it is primarily Spider-Man, but you get other characters involved.
Yeah, like literally that line addresses, and it's so it's like this feels like it's a legit storyline in the comics universe.
Yeah, which it does kind of try to set it that way, because like, you know, it mentions stuff like Wolverine and Spidey being on the New Avengers, and Stark Tower having like the Sentry's weird like black antler things on it.
Yeah, and like the mentioning of Ned Leeds and Aunt May.
I think there's like billboards of like the Superhuman Registration Act.
Yeah, probably,
because this came out around Civil War, if not like
it came out. It came out 2 years after, because Civil War was 2006, and then Back in Black was like 2006, 2007, and then One More Day happened, and then but yeah. So I'd like to think this is what happened if Civil War didn't happen, and if One More Day didn't happen.
Oh man, I want to live in that world.
Yeah, but so then you fight Wolverine, and then you have a choice when you defeat him. You either convince him to you either help him defeat the symbiote, where he basically just guts himself.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, and that scene is really cool where it's like, Peter's like, how can you do that? And Wolverine's like, pain lets me know who I am. And Peter's like, that must be nice. And Wolverine's like, what? And Peter's like, knowing who you are. And
yeah,
like,
no, it's a really good moment between them.
And then the black suit just has you consume the symbiotes on him and then rip him in half.
Yeah, you absorb the symbiote and then rip Wolverine in half.
Which I'm going to call bullshit on because...
Yeah, no, there's no way Black Suit Spider-Man could rip Wolverine in half.
Like, I don't care how strong the symbiote is or how strong Spider-Man is. Adamantium is literally unbreakable.
It's like, borderline unbreakable. Like, in the current X-Force book, Wolverine tried to go through a portal, and it closed halfway through, so he's cut in half.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's hilarious, too, because he's still alive. So you just see this torso, like, hopping around and just stabs a guy, and he's just smiling like a maniac.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
I want stuff like that with Wolverine.
Yeah. And then Forge comes in with, like, a tree mech, and with Wolverine's other half, and he just picks him up and just slams them together.
I love that. I do like that, but I also love the like full Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah,
like, but yeah, if we ever get Wolverine in the MCU, I want it to be played by a short guy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
played by Short King.
Yeah, like if on the other hand, I honestly would not be shocked if we skip Logan and go straight to Laura.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, because like Logan still happened and still exists, but we're focusing on Laura instead.
Can we just get Daphne Keane back as Laura, please?
Honestly, yeah. Can we?
Like it's been years, and like by the time they'll introduce, she'll be like, what, like an adult already? So like,
yeah, no, she'll be old enough to play like older Laura.
And I think enough time has passed where it's like people won't be confused. Like,
yeah, no, people will understand this is not the same X-Men.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see about that, but like that's one of the choices. Then comes the next really big choice. The one where it's like associating Black Cat with evil, where it's like you fight symbiote Black Cat and MJ comes in with a shotgun on a fucking hovercraft to help you out, which is so badass, and I want more of that in comics. Why can't we have more of that?
And she has a cast on her arm too, so it's even cooler.
She's using her cast as like leverage for the shotgun, and I love that.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Like she just pumps the shotgun by dropping it, and
yeah, no, it's great.
MJ, I wish there were more scenes with her in the game because she just disappears for like half the game and then just shows up with Luke Cage at the end. It's like there were some missing scenes here showing like how she got with Luke Cage.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, she's just there.
Yeah, but her remaining presence in the game is still really cool because it's nice to see MJ helping you out. Yeah. But it does make for some annoying tension because you have to fight off the symbiotes who are trying to eat her.
Yeah.
Like fighting Black Cat and trying to protect MJ it's very symbolic.
Yes.
Which I like, but it is also very annoying and tedious.
Yeah, it's like, MJ, I appreciate the help, but I was doing fine.
Yeah.
I appreciate bullets don't do that much to these guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But so when you defeat Black Cat, it looks like she's gotten like separated from the symbiote. And it looks like she's dying because she like fell a shit ton.
You like threw her into a water tower like a mile away.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm a screw up. I'm sorry. Stop Venom.
Yeah.
And like, which by the way, if she died here, it would have been so emotional for me. And I think here's how I would have done this scene. Because like when you choose her earlier in the game, she's like, about Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's the very like, her old like characterization of, fuck Peter Parker, you should be Spider-Man all the time.
Yeah, I would have loved it if this scene had her, like if the scene was extended and this is how we get to see Peter Parker for the first time in the game. And like, I would have loved it if she like took off his mask and like actually legit said that she, actually loved him.
Yeah.
And like
that would have been neat.
Yeah. How I would have done it with how Peter looked, he would look scraggly as fuck because he's been nonstop trying to. But then again, like, this whole thing is supposed to take place in the span of 4 days, which is so unrealistic.
Yeah, no, overnight, New York went straight to apocalypse.
Yeah, it should have been 4 weeks. That's how I would have done it.
Yeah, no, that makes way more sense, honestly.
Yeah. But, like, I would have had her die, and I would have had her Peter's mask and, like, say she actually loved him. But here's what the choices are. So if you choose red, she's somehow, going to be okay.
You put her on the aircraft and, tell MJ you love her.
And Felicia accepts, finally, that you love MJ. Yeah. But if you choose black, you create a symbiote cocoon around her as if she's going to die. And then you have her reborn, and all of a sudden she's just evil. And and you just say fuck MJ, and I'm like,
yeah,
I do. Yeah,
it's an evil choice. So
yeah. So then the next part, which is like the Vulture boss battle, the cutscene here is different depending on how you've been playing so far. So like, if you've been red suit, you're in the area with everybody, and you're like, what are we waiting for? Set this off. And then Vulture comes in and like takes over the bomb, and kills Mark Millar.
Wait, what?
It's Lieutenant Millar.
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's what the camera says.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. So, so if you're doing red for most of the game, if you're doing black for most of the game, everyone's like, "What the fuck have you been doing, Peter? You have ruined everything. We hate you. Jump off a cliff."
Yeah, like what did we saw on the cameras? Did you like have symbiote sex with that white hair lady? What the hell was that?
Yeah. But so after that, you go to fight Vulture, and then after you fight Vulture, it's the choice for you.
Yeah, if it depends on how you played the game.
Like if you've been playing mostly red suit, you set off the bomb and destroy symbiotes, including your own. If you've been playing black suit mostly, you set off all of the you don't set off the bomb.
You push the bomb off the building and
and you're just like, this is about me.
And it's like, I don't care.
You are one superhero. How are you going to end this apocalypse? Which is already bullshit because he's just being taken over by the symbiote. But either way, you go to the helicarrier where Venom is on it and taking it over as a last-ditch effort to try to win. So either Moon Knight or Vulture flies you, depending on what your choices were.
Yep.
And then you fight the giant Venomzilla, which is the best boss fights ever. I love it. Even though it's repetitive, it is so cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's just cool to look at. Like, it's fun.
Like Hydra Venom versus Spider-Man, especially in the red suit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So then the ending is like Venom. Eddie Brock has like lost control of Venom. Like,
like he can't control it anymore. It's its own thing.
Yeah. So, it's basically just going to destroy the world. And Eddie's like, I didn't like mean for this to happen. This thing is like taken over me completely, and I'm like literally so tired because this thing is just consuming me. And like Peter reaches out to, I love that they don't forget that Eddie isn't a complete villain. It's just that the symbiote's been warped and like has been taking him over essentially.
Yeah, like Eddie isn't the worst guy. He just hates Spider-Man.
Yeah. So you try to help Eddie. Then if you choose red suit, I'll say first, if you choose black suit, you just sling a noose around his neck and kill him.
Yeah, you murder him.
Yeah. If you choose red suit, which is the best option, Eddie throws you out and tells you to get out of here. And he shoots a web into the propeller and crawls down it and he says one of the best monologues ever That's right. My flesh, my mind, my heart, time to die like a man. And
yeah,
that's
as he just slowly crawls into the helicarrier turbine.
And I love
the giant
that.
Venom monster's like trying to stop him, but it just can't.
That's one of the best Venom moments, in my opinion, like ever.
It is really good.
So then after that, you get 4 different endings depending on. First ending is, if you choose red suit most of the time and didn't choose Felicia at the end, the city is safe, you're happy with MJ, and everything's all hunky-dory. If you chose mostly red suit but did save Felicia at the end, then you...
MJ breaks up with you.
Yeah, and like the city's saved, but it's very bittersweet because you cheated on your wife.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, you had symbiote sex.
Yeah. So then if you chose mostly
Simba
black
sex.
suit... Yeah, Simba sex. Oh, God.
All right, continue.
No, you're good. If you chose mostly black suit throughout the game but didn't choose Black Cat, you're alone left to control the symbiotes.
Yeah.
And you're just fully evil now. And then Black Widow, Kingpin, and S.H.I.E.L.D. are using symbiote Wolverine to take you down. And that's never shown. If you did all black throughout the game and chose Felicia, you and her rule as the king and queen of symbiote New York. And Peter says one of the most like damning things ever, where he's like, I used to think with great power came with great responsibility. And Felicia's like, and now? And he's like, I never knew what power was. And then he's just king of the symbiotes now.
Yeah, with like the epic like choir in the background as the symbiotes are like praising him. And
yeah. And then the same epilogue with Wolverine happens. So
yeah, either way, they kind of set up of the last remaining humans send Monster Wolverine to go kill you.
Which we'll never see because there was never... I'm still sad about that. What did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut out as you said, like, and I'm so sad to see because there's never...
Oh. I said, and it's so sad because there's never the end.
You cut out again as soon as you said never.
Oh, okay. And it's sad because there will never be a sequel to it. The end.
There you go. You got it.
Yay. Okay. Yeah, no, there was supposed to be a sequel to... Well, not sequel, but another game from Shaba Games, which is like a successor to it.
Okay.
It was going to be called Spider-Man Classic, where you would play as Spider-Man through various events throughout the comics. Like,
that's cool.
The death of Gwen Stacy was one of them.
That's really cool.
So they would have had Green Goblin in it. You were going to be able to play some levels as Wolverine, too, which would have been really cool.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Carnage was going to be in the game, which that was going to answer my big question where it's like, where is Carnage during Web of Shadows? Like, this seems like this would be like his cup of tea, but he's not here.
Yeah, I guess there was already a symbiote invasion in the comics. Last time he like absorbed a bunch and became a giant. This time he decided, I'm just going to sit this one out.
Are you talking Maximum Carnage or Carnage USA?
No, there was another one, Planet of the Symbiotes.
Oh, right.
Which
is part of the clone saga.
And I was about to say we may end up be talking about that soon.
Depending on hint about what's coming in the next few weeks.
Oh boy.
May or may not be coming in the next few weeks. But Shaba Games was gonna... Yeah. Shaba Games was gonna make this game, Spider-Man Classic. There's probably some other details I'm missing. But it was essentially going to be a run big classic Spidey moments being replayed.
That is really cool.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Shaba Games had to shut down due to bankruptcy, I think. So we never got that, and we are never going to get sequel to Web of Shadows, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep because of that. Because Web of Shadows was an amazing game. It was... Oh, God, it was so good. I loved it. You?
Yeah, I love the game. It's great. I know that you were clearly much more into doing the red suit choices. I did black suit like almost every time because like it's fun.
It is fun, but like I get like, too
my thing is, it's a video game. These aren't real people. I don't care.
I'm one of those people that feels so bad whenever I make mean. So even when it's more taxing, I always feel compelled to do the right choices. Except when it's a game like Saints Row or GTA. When it's like that, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do in this game.
Yeah, no, there are no good choices.
God, I want another Saints Row game. Like
same.
They canceled so many Saints Row games you wouldn't.
Yeah, like, I know it's weird. My only thing is I don't know where they could go after.
I could just see a straight up reboot.
Yeah, honestly, that might be the best way to go about it.
Yeah, just do a reboot, but start off with the leader, Gap, Shondi, and Pierce, and yeah, because those are pretty much the ones we know because they're in the majority of the games.
Yeah, those are the three you need.
I love apparently F. Gary Gray is directing a Saints Row movie. Oh
yeah.
What I would love is this would be very out there, but what I would love is like a series, but like every season you have somebody new play the leader, but it's like the same character. It's just that they now have a different actor playing them.
That's pretty great.
Because like it would help keep up the theme that like the leader could be, and also, it could be like an Altered Carbon or Doctor Who type of thing, where it's like, let's introduce a new actor with one of these, or have a celebrity play one of the incarnations of the leader. But either way, I love to see Saints Row done right in a film or series. But yeah, are you there?
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Oh, I thought you cut out for a second.
Oh no, I just been quiet.
It's fine. But yeah, no. Web of Shadows, when I was young, I always chose red choices, just because I was like, I can't do black. I'm not a bad person. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, as I got old, even now when I'm older, I'm like, I can't choose black. I don't know why. I know it's a game, but like.
Yeah, I just do it because it's fun.
Ever since I played Undertale, I don't trust choices in games anymore.
Oh yeah, no, there's no genocide around. It won't lock your game out of the good ending.
But like, Undertale, no matter what you do, like even if you, like the scariest thing about Undertale was like, when I first played it was like, when I made a bad choice, I was like, oh shit, I want to restart the game. So I did, and I made the right choice. And then it's like, you killed her, and then you went back and saved her, like you didn't kill her. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
I have to live with my mistakes.
Yeah, it knows.
But yeah, no. That's why I don't trust choices in games anymore. But so like, yeah, I prefer to just choose red for Web of Shadows, but I still used a black suit because the black suit is a lot of fun to use. Especially the tendrils. Awesome. The tendrils. Yeah, no,
it's great. like you can reach any enemy towards the end of the game.
Oh yeah. Like when you're fully upgraded, you are like God.
You're basically unstoppable by the end of the game.
So like, yeah, I love, even though the combat is very cartoon, love the combat.
Same.
I think we are running short on time. This is going very longer than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, so, no, I figured this would have been a shorter episode, but we just keep going.
Well, also just because there was so much news to cover this week, too.
That is true. I think like half of this episode is taken up by news.
Yeah, we're sorry. I know James, our editor, is probably like, please do shorter episodes, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. There's just so much to talk about, but
well, I'm sorry, James. I ramble a lot.
Yeah, me too. So final thoughts on Web of Shadows?
I really liked it. It is Spider-Man 3, but better in every way.
I agree.
And it's just a lot of fun to play.
Yeah. I always, when I was a kid, I really wanted to this into a movie because I think Web of Shadows would make it like a great Avengers level movie. Maybe.
Agreed. Yeah, honestly, yeah. No, this is it's Spider-Man featuring the Avengers.
Yeah. And I also back like when I wanted to make a Spider-Man TV show, I was thinking like one season could just be Web of Shadows completely. Like the first half of the season would be like, the first half of the game when everything's kind of normal. The second half is when shit hits the fan. Yeah, it's desolate.
And you say, you could dedicate a whole season to this game. The current Spidey cartoon is basically doing that right now. There's
Maximum Venom. Venom.
The stupidest name ever.
I would love it if it was like Web of Shadows. I don't think it will be.
Yeah. I'd love it if the show looked good.
Yeah, that's just it. I am still hoping that Kevin Feige will be like, you know what? Let's give the Spectacular Spider-Man crew another season on Disney Plus.
Yeah, like I would love that. Also, I would just love. What if we gave these Marvel cartoons a fucking budget again?
Which I hope Kevin Feige does.
Yeah, like that. I don't. I do kind of need Spectacular to come back, but I also just need any good Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, I just want a good new Spider-Man cartoon that looks good, actually. So
yeah, which we haven't had that since Spectacular ended. What about that? Huh?
I just want a Batman the Animated Series equivalent for Spider-Man. Spectacular was about to be that, but then it got canceled. So
yeah, honestly, I feel like if it got a season 3, it really would have been the Batman the Animated Series for Spidey.
Yeah, so I don't know.
We still got the 90s cartoon, at least.
We still do. Which also got canceled, but we don't talk about that right now.
That's fine, but
pain, eternal pain is all we have.
No, it's fine because Bomb Squad Comics are making a continuation on Twitter.
That's right. Our good friend Xavier Mendoza, aka Godzilla Mendoza, is writing a Spider-Man 90s comic taking place after the 90s series, which is basically serving as like trying to be an actual conclusion to it.
Yeah, so it's like a season 6, basically.
Yeah, so we recommend checking that out on Bomb Squad Comics on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff. But yeah, no.
Wherever else they're putting it.
Oh, sorry, I burped again. But yeah, no. I love this game. I love Web of Shadows a lot. I'd love to get it remastered because
yes,
a remaster would look so good.
I'm imagining this game with Spider-Man PS4 level graphics. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
I need this.
I'd love it if like one of the Spider-Man PS4, like one of the Insomniac games, like loosely did a redo of Web of Shadows. I'd love that.
Yes, I agree.
Especially with the symbiote coming in again, so we'll see. Yeah. But anyway, that is all the time we got. We have gone on very, very long with this, so we are very sorry that it was this long. We hope you enjoyed. We got some big things coming, which we will talk about on Twitter probably. So thank you guys so much for listening. Do you have anything else to say, Brian?
Get ready for next month because it's going to be something.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be very tired by the end of it.
I really, really hate clones.
That's the name of the episode of Cartoon.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the final episode. What about that?
No, it's the first episode. I really, really hate clones. Last episode is Farewell Spider-Man, which just makes me cry inside because we never got a true season 6. But again, read Spider-Man 90s on Bomb Squad Comics. But anyway, this is fun. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow @_the_smart_Alec.
And you can follow me at Red O Reviews.
If you want to follow the podcast, you can follow @LOTE_podcast. If you want to follow On Comics Ground, you can follow @On Comics Ground. And if you go to our website, we post daily reviews, editorials, and all that. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will catch you guys in the next web. I think that should be our outro now. We'll catch you guys in the next web. Bye.
Bye.